Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a baby sandals. So I went ahead and I made one of the sandals and this is what it looks like. So it's looking super cute and I'll show you step by step how to put the sandals together. So you don't need a lot of materials, so I will be listing in the description box all the materials that you will need to make this sandals come to life. So guys, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you will be able to make one of your own. So guys, let's jump in the video. So guys, to begin, I am using a 3.5mm crochet hook and I went ahead and I made one of the sole already. This is what it looks like and I will put the measurement on the screen so you will see what this measures, and if this works well for your baby's foot, then you can go ahead and make the same exact size using the same exact hook. However, if you want this to be a little bit bigger, you can use a 3.75, or you can use a recommended hook that is for the yarn, which this is a size 4 yarn and the recommended hook is size 4 or 5. So you can either use a size 4, not 5. Not 5 will definitely let it be a bit bigger. So the furthest I will go is using a size 4 hook. So I will show you step by step how to make this sole and then I will show you how to put them together. So what you will do is you will make a slip knot. Once you make your slip knot, you're going to yarn over and you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now that I have my 10 chain, you're gonna yarn over and we'll be doing half double crochets. You're gonna go into the second stitch here from the one on the hook, go into that stitch and you're gonna put 2 half double crochets. So it's 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch and put another one. So now that we have done so, you are now going to yarn over and you're going to work 7 half double crochets. So continue doing that and I will see you at the end of my 7. As now I have come to my 7, I am just going to use a stitch marker here just to mark that first stitch, which is here. So now what we're going to do is you're going to yarn over and into that last stitch you're going to put 6 half double crochets, and that is going to allow the work to turn and go to the other side. So I'm going to continue doing my 6 and I'll be back with you. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my 6 and now you are going to be working into these loops here. So the same amount that you have on this side is the same amount that you're going to have on the other side. So you're going to do 7 half double crochets. So this is the first one here. So that's 1, 2. So I'm going to continue doing that and I will see you at the end of my 7. So guys, now I have come to my last stitch here and you can see that it is hiding. So you're going to yarn over and just go into that space and make your last double crochet. Sorry guys, I did forget to tell you to weave your tail end in as you go along, which makes your work easier. And with this hole that is here, you can pull on the tail end and it kind of helps to tighten that up. So I'll put it on the screen. It's not a big deal if you did not weave it in because you can weave it in afterwards. So now what you're going to do is you are going to remove your stitch marker and make a slip stitch into that first stitch. Now that you have done so, you're going to chain 1, you're going to yarn over and into that same stitch you're going to put 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. Use your stitch marker to mark that first stitch. So now that you have done so, you're going to go into the next stitch and you're going to put 2 more half double crochets. That's 1 and 2. Into the next 7 stitches, you're going to put 1 half double crochets. So continue doing that and I'll see you at the end of the 7. So now I have come to my 7 half double crochets. In the next 6 stitches, you're going to put 2 half double crochet in each stitch. So that's 1, go back into that same stitch and make another. So 2 half double crochet in the next 6 stitches. That's 1 and 1 more in that same stitch. Continue doing that all the way until you get to your 6th stitch and I'll meet back with you. So now I have finished my 6 sets of half double crochets. Now you're going to do 7 half double crochets in the next 7 stitches. So continue doing that, and once you get to your last 2 stitch, you will just put 2 half double crochets in those. So I'll see you there. So now I have reached to my last 2 stitches. This little tiny one that you're seeing here that looks like a stitch, that's not a stitch, that's where we did our slip stitch over. So you are going to put 2 half double crochets into these stitches here. That's 1 and the last stitch, 2 half double crochets. Now you're going to slip stitch, remove your stitch marker and slip stitch. And that's row 2 completed. You're going to chain 1, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, and you're going to put 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Use your stitch marker to mark your first stitch. In the next stitch, you are going to put 1 half double crochet. In the next, you're going to put 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. And in the next stitch, you are going to put 1 half double crochets. So we started off with 2 in that first stitch, then 1, then 2 in the next stitch, and then 1. And now we are going to work 7 half double crochet downward here, and once you reach to the end of your 7, I will meet back with you. So now I have come to the end of my 7 here, and now what you're going to do is you are going to make 2 half double crochets into 6 stitches and 1 half double crochets into 6 stitches. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to yarn over, go into that first stitch, and you're going to put 2 half double crochet. So we're starting off with 2, and then in the next stitch we're going to put 1. In the next stitch you're going to put 2 and follow by 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So you can see the sequence. So 2 half double crochet in this first stitch, then 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, then 1 half double crochet. You should have a total of 6 of each of this set. So 6 of 2 and 6 of 1 only. So continue doing that all around, and I will see you once you get to the total of 6. So you should end off with only 1 half double crochets. So I will see you there. So guys, now I have come to my last stitch, which will end off into 1 half double crochet in that stitch. So now we have completed the front part of the sandals. Now we are going to make 7 half double crochets going down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let me just count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just count it again just to make sure. We should have a total of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that one that we did when we finish off with our 2, and then 7 more. So that's 8. Now we are going to yarn over, going to that next stitch, and you're going to put 2 half double crochets. So you're basically repeating what you did on the other side. So that's 2, then 1, then 2, the next stitch, and then you're ending off with 1 half double crochets, and that completes our sole. Now you are going to remove your stitch marker, and before you slip stitch and fasten off here, what you're gonna do is you are going to, just to give it a more cleaner look, just gonna pull up on your yarn like that, get your darning needle, and you're gonna go into both loops of this first stitch and into the back loop on the other side, and insert your needle downward like that, and pull through. So now you have a nice clean finish, and then you can just go ahead and weave the remainder tail end in just underneath these stitches under the bottom. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll see you there. So guys, now we have come to the end, and this is what the sole looks like when it is all weaved in. So what you're gonna do now is you are gonna get your next sole. If you have not done that yet, you can just pause the video, make the other one, and then come back. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna lay them on top of each other just like this, making sure that the wrong side part is in the inner part here. And you are going to get whatever color that you're going to use for the top of the sandals, and you are going to work that into the, join them together. So you can begin anywhere. I'm just going to start from the back here. So you're going to go through both loops on this sole and the other sole, both loops. You're going to pull up, make sure that you have a little tail end to weave that in later on. So now that you have done so, you are going to go into the next stitch, both loops, and make a slip stitch. Go in the next one, both loops, and make a slip stitch. Both loops on each sole, make a slip stitch. Continue doing that all the way around until you get back to here, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I have come to the end of making all my slip stitches, and I am just gonna fasten off. What I actually did was to double my yarn, because I forgot that I actually doubled my yarn when I was doing this part. It is quite optional. I just wanted it to match the same way as the other sandals. So it is optional if you want to double your yarn, or if you have a thicker yarn than the one that I am using, then that's fine. So I'm just gonna fasten off now. I'm just gonna pull up on this strings here, and we're gonna weave in that tail end. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and insert our needle into this slip stitch here, and go right through to the bottom, and there it is. So now what you can do is you can either go underneath the stitches like this to weave in the tail end, just make sure that it is not showing on this side. You can go underneath and pick up a little part of the top sole and weave your tail end in. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll meet back with you when I'm done weaving all my tail ends. So guys, this is what the sole looks like when I weave in all my tail ends. It is looking super cute. So what I did was to count out where I'm going to put my stitches. So for the back it's going to have 16 stitches, and for the front it's going to have 20 stitches. So I mark where I want my starting to be. So we're going to start into this stitch and end into this stitch on the other side here. So what I'm going to do is I have 4 stitches in between here. So this is 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 and 4. So I can either leave that here on this side and then we begin here. So I am using a smaller hook now to make the top, so I'm using a 2.5 hook. So we're going to insert our hook into that first stitch just like that. You're going under you're going under the loop here, and you are going to pull that through. So now that you have pulled that through, you are going to chain 1, go back into that same stitch, and you're going to make 1 single crochet. And you're going to go into each and every stitches around, going under both loops, and make a single crochet. So continue doing that until you get to here, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I am at the end here, and I have 1 more stitches remaining. I'll just remove the stitch marker. And now that we have done that, we're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're just basically going to do more single crochets, and you're going to do 2 more rows. So you should have a total of 3 rows. So just continue doing that. Once you get to the end, you chain 1 and turn and start the other row. So I'll see you at the end of my 3rd row. So guys, now I have come to the end, and now I am going to chain up 4. 1 2 3 and 4. You're going to turn your work. You're going to yarn over twice because we will be doing treble. So this 4 is going to count as our first stitch, and you're going to go into the next stitch and you're going to make a treble. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, and you're going to leave that last loop that is on the hook. So now you have 2 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over again, and you're going to repeat the same thing. And what you're going to do is you're not going to finish off your stitch, you're just going to leave it on the hook. Let me just redo that. Just like that. Now we have 3, yarn over again, going the next, repeat the same thing. And you're going to make sure that you have all the loops on your hook at the end of doing this, and I'll show you what to do next. So I'm just going to continue doing this until I get around, and I'll meet you back. There it is. Continue doing that. You can squish your sandals to help you, because it's gonna get a bit tedious once you get around this side. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end and I have all my loops onto my hook here. Now I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through all the loops. So if you're having difficulty in pulling through the loops, you can pull like 3 at a time or 2 at a time. Okay, so now that I have pulled all my loops together, so you can see what it looks like just as the other one, and you are now going to slip stitch and flip your work over, or flip your sandals over, and then you are going to chain 1 and then fasten off. You can leave a little tail end because you're gonna need that to sew the bow on. So there it is. Now you're gonna flip that over, and there is the front of our sandals here. So now what you're gonna do is you are going to work on the back of the sandals. So you're going to turn to this side, and what you can do is just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll find your first stitch to work in. So basically you're doing the same thing as we were doing when we started here. You're just joining your yarn and you are making single crochets. Chain 1, go back into that same stitch and make a single crochet. Let me just redo that. That's our first one. Continue doing that until you get to 16. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So your 16th one will be here. So just make sure that you have 4 stitches here remaining if you're not using a stitch marker. So I'm going to continue doing that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end. I am just going to chain 1 and turn my work. So we're going to do a total of 7 rows, and once you have reached to your 7th row, then I will meet back with you and I'll show you how to do the strops. So just continue doing this until you get to 7, and I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and what I'm going to do now is I am going to chain 50. So once I get to 50, I'll meet back with you. Now I have come to my 50 chains, and now I'm going to skip 2 and into the 3rd. You're going to yarn over and make a double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to yarn over and you're going to also make another double crochet. In the next stitch, you're going to yarn over and you're going to make a half double crochet. So 1. In the next stitch, you're going to make another half double crochet. So you did 2 double crochet and now 2 half double crochet. Now you're going to do 2 single crochet. So that's 1 and 2. Now in the remaining stitches, you are going to do slip stitches. Let me just redo that. Okay, so now we have finished making this part. We're going to do some slip stitches. So you're going to slip stitch all the way down to the end, and then I will meet you back there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and now what we're going to do is we are going to make our single crochet right across and then make our next strap. So once you get to the end of this row, you're gonna chain up 50, and you're gonna repeat the same thing as we did on this side. And once you are back down to where, like here, I'm gonna show you how to slip stitch to attach the strap on, just like this one. So continue making your single crochet. Once you get to the end of this row, you will chain up 50 and repeat the same step. Feel free to rewind the video so that you can do the same thing. So I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come back to the end and I finish off this strap here. And what you're going to do is you are going to go into this row here, the second row, and you're going to do a slip stitch. Chain 1 and then fasten off and weave the remainder tail end in. So there it is. So you can weave that in on the inner part of the sandals here. Make sure that it is not showing on the outside. Okay, now I'm going to fasten off. Gonna do the same thing with this tail end, just gonna weave that in under the bottom of the sandals. Just insert your needle and weave the tail end in. Now that that is done, we are now going to sew the bow on. So just some basic in and out sewing that you'll be doing, or if you don't want to do that, you can also you can use a fabric glue and just glue that onto this part here, and then our sandals is completed. So I am just gonna go underneath where we wrap those, where we do the wrapping here. Just gonna go underneath that, kind of pick up a little part of the bow and make sure that it is sewed down nicely. So I'm going to continue doing that and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my sandals here. This is what it looks like. It is looking super cute, and it works up pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about the fact that this will take a long time to be done. So there it is. I will just do some steam iron on these so that they can lay nice and flat. And yeah, so our shoe or sandals is completed. It is looking super cute. Thank you again guys for watching. Until next time, bye.